Welcome to VisionCenter's podcast, where we dive into the captivating world of eye care and vision health. I'm your host, Alex, alongside my co-host, Jordan. Each episode, we explore the fascinating realm of vision, bringing you expert insights, the latest advancements in the field, and actionable advice to take care of your sight. So sit back, relax, and let's open our eyes to the world of vision. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to VisionCenter's podcast. Today, we're diving into a topic that some of our listeners might have found themselves Googling late at night. Those mysterious little red dots that sometimes appear around our eyes and what they mean. To help us navigate this topic, I'm joined by Jordan, an expert in the field. Welcome, Jordan. Happy to have you here.
Thanks for having me, Alex. Glad to be here.
So to start off, Jordan, could you please explain what these red dots are and why they appear around the eyes?
Absolutely. These spots are called Petechiae, which are tiny red or purple spots often visible under the eyes, on the neck, or chest. They typically appear due to bleeding under the skin and can be caused by a variety of factors, including strong coughing, vomiting, labor, childbirth, or even certain bacterial and viral infections.
That already gives our listeners a good perspective. Now, is there a difference between petechiae and similar skin conditions like purpura?
Great question, Alex. The primary difference lies in the size. Purpura spots are larger, often formed when petechiae join together. Both are caused by blood vessels breaking under the skin and could serve as indicators of health conditions if the person is already ill.
That's good to know. Now, should our listeners be worried if they notice these red dots around their eyes?
Not necessarily. While petechiae usually isn't a serious problem, it's crucial to be aware of any accompanying symptoms. For instance, if these red spots are accompanied by a high fever, vomiting, headache, stiff neck, or drastic mood changes, especially in children, they could potentially indicate a more serious underlying condition.
And what should our listeners do if they spot these red dots in themselves or their children?
I'd always recommend seeking medical guidance if you're unsure. Doctors can help identify the underlying cause and recommend suitable treatment options. In some situations, corticosteroids, antibiotics, immunosuppressants, or even vitamin C supplements may be prescribed depending upon diagnosis.
That's certainly reassuring information for our listeners. What about at-home remedies? Is there anything that can be done to alleviate or prevent these spots?
Yep. Indeed, there are a few things that can be done at home. Applying a cold compress to the affected area can reduce inflammation, while rest, relaxation, and hydration can be beneficial if the petechiae isn't linked to an infection or serious underlying condition. In terms of prevention, maintaining good personal hygiene practices, not sharing personal items, and using insect repellent in grassy or wooded areas can help. Of course, if the spots persist, a visit to the doctor is still strongly advised.
Thanks for sharing that, Jordan. Looks like staying proactive about our health is key here. Now, before we conclude, can we touch on the connection between these spots and potential deficiencies or ailments like vitamin B12 deficiency or stress?
Of course, Alex. In fact, those who have a vitamin B12 deficiency may have a higher risk of developing petechiae. Also, situations like intense stress, when people cry or get elevated blood pressure, might trigger petechiae.
Thanks so much for sharing your knowledge with us today, Jordan. It's great to know there's usually no need for immediate worry when we spot these little red or purple dots around our eyes, but also that in certain circumstances, those spots can be an indication of something more serious to look out for. Really appreciated all that information.
I'm glad I could help, Alex. Your health is important, so it's always better to err on the side of caution if you're ever in doubt. But remembering that a lot of these symptoms can be quite normal can potentially alleviate a lot of unnecessary stress.
Fantastic. Thanks again, Jordan. And to all our listeners, stay healthy, and we'll catch you next time on VisionCenter's podcast. And that wraps up another enlightening episode of VisionCenter's podcast. We hope you've enjoyed our discussion and found some valuable takeaways to help maintain your vision health.